How's it going, everyone? And welcome to another review video where today I've got possibly one of the most well-known meal replacements that I'll be testing out today. One quick little overview. The last video I did on Huel, if you happen to see that, that one unintentionally became very long because I started trying to compare it to everything that I have reviewed in the past, which is actually starting to get to be a little bit of a list. So for this product here, I'm just going to be comparing like the two closest competitors to it and then just leave it at that. All right. So hopefully this video won't be as long as that last one. However, also perhaps better than word than however, on the note of that Huel, I know I adjusted the comment on that video. However, if you happen to see that video and haven't looked at the comments since trying it, I've now finished the entire bag of it. And I gotta say, Huel is a disappointment of a product. Nothing against them or whatever. There's benefits to it. The benefits that I stated in that video are still true. However, absolutely not a product for me. So take that for what it's worth. All right, so today we are going to be trying out Cassava. I even said it like the commercials that I see over and over and over. Again, ever since buying this product, they all say it funny. But yes, Cassava, possibly one of the most well-known, at least most talked about, advertised for sure, meal replacements out there. They've got a very big name. They say it's better than anything out there. So today we are going to be testing out this flavor and seeing what I think about it. I'm going to be doing a different video about this one later on, the coconut. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm too far into the video to go back now. Coconut acai. I don't know. So I'll be doing that one later. Today we are going to be trying out the vanilla. Alright, so at this point, if you've stuck with my review videos, you know that I'm basic. I like vanilla better than most anything else. So hopefully I've got big hopes for this guy here. Alright, so before we get into the taste test, that little comparison. Now, price. Cassava here is $4 per meal, which is a hefty cost. Its two closest competitors are going to be the Huel Black Edition, which I had very high praises for. However, that one, also a powder, cost $2.50 per meal, so quite a bit cheaper than this guy here. And then the other closest competitor in the price category is the Huel Ready to Drink meal replacement. That one cost $4.50, so that one's actually a little bit more expensive than Cassava here. However, the Huel Ready to Go drinks came in a bottle, truly ready to go. You pull it out of the fridge and there you go. So those are the two closest competitors, both the highest quality product in the powder form, and then the closest matching price that I'll be comparing these two. Okay, so Cassava has 240 calories, which is much better than both of the Huel products, which are both at 400 calories. If you're concerned about calories, I think personally 400 calories for a meal is pretty good, but 240 calories for Cassava, much lower. Protein, 25 grams of protein. Huel Black Edition is at 40 grams and Huel Ready to Go is at 22 grams. So it actually beats out the Ready to Go drink by a couple grams. However, it falls behind the Black Edition by quite a margin. No sodium, good to see. And then like all the Huel products, Cassava also has basically every vitamin and mineral you could possibly want. And all pretty good values as well. Vitamin A, it's got 83%, C is 33%, D 25%, E 67%. They also have B1, B2, B3, B6, folate, B12, biotin, and a ton of other stuff: iodine, zinc, copper, magnesium, everything you could possibly want. And like Huel and I think every other product I've looked at so far, also vegan, also gluten-free, no soy, no dairy, no artificial preservatives or flavors. Yeah, a lot of these are trying to go gluten-free, vegan, all that stuff. So Kachava, if you are concerned about that kind of thing, does fall in line. So good there. I'm not gonna try to decipher all of their advertisement, whatever. Kachava claims to have a ton of antioxidants with all the different berries and whatever that they put in. They also have adaptogens that they brag about, super greens, and probiotics, and digestive enzymes. So they go above and beyond advertising all that stuff. Give them credit, I guess it must probably be true. Huel, I looked briefly, doesn't advertise that heavily in that kind of a situation. So perhaps Kachava's got a leg up in that sort of thing. All right, so one last note on kind of where everything's laying before I get into the taste test. That I stated how they kind of range between the Huel Ready to Go and Black Edition, but I am actually going to, before trying this, make one observation that makes me a little bit nervous for this product. In calories, in protein, and all the other like little details, it actually is very, very close to the Life Fuel, which I hated so much. So right off the bat, before I try this, I'm a little bit worried there. Life Fuel had a few less calories, but the exact same protein number. I'm just kind of worried about the actual like meal replacement side of this, if it's actually going to be able to sustain me over the lunch through the end of the day, which is how I use these meal replacements, how I actually expect them to operate. All right, so much more expensive than Black Edition, a little bit cheaper than the Ready to Go drink, less calories than either, a little bit nervous for its similarities to Life Fuel. All right, so giving this a go. Looking for, does this not have instructions? I don't know how much water to add because I never look. Okay, mix 2 heaping scoops of Kachava with 12 to 14 fluid ounces of cold water. All right, 12 ounces, 2 scoops. I think I can manage that instruction. I did that Life Fuel video. The other problem was the scoop was buried halfway down the container. I can just see this one. Stand up here. They say 2 heaping scoops. I'll do 2 heaping scoops. And again, I promise I don't make a stinking mess every single time I do this in the morning. I don't know what it is about these videos. I make a mess every single time. I don't get it. Alright. Time for a why. Nice thing about living in Minnesota, now that it's getting cold again, all I have to do is turn on the water and it's ice cold already because it's so cold outside. All right. They also say you can do this with milk, protein powders and stuff like that. I always prefer doing it with milk, but As I said, I do these meal replacements at lunch, and I'm not carrying around a thing of milk at work. So water's the way to go. Water's how I'll test it here. And it's good. All right. Simple, straightforward answer. Tastes good. Flavor wise, I think I might actually prefer it over to the Huel Black Edition, which I gave such high praise for. Since trying a few other products between those two, I think this one is a little bit grittier than the black, but I could definitely be wrong about that. So don't hold me to that too heavily. And I only mention the grittiness because each of these drinks I've also had my wife try, and that's the thing that she's disliked about every single one of them. Even the Huel Ready to Go drink, which was by far the smoothest, she still didn't really like. So if you don't like the texture of these, unfortunately this is still kind of gritty. But definitely not bad. Not bad at all. Vanilla, like I said, I'm basic in that way, but this tastes good, better than a lot of the other things. I don't even remember what that Life Fuel one was called. Vanilla something. Not good at all. But very, very good in my mind flavor here. Which makes me excited. I am very tempted to see, or interested to see, how this one plays out as the actual meal replacement, because, like I mentioned, the Huel products all did very well in sustaining my, or keeping my hunger down between like lunchtime and getting home for dinner. That Life Fuel was an absolute joke. I still packed a salad in it, or sometimes even went back to the Huel. In addition to using that product up. It was an absolute joke of a meal replacement. I'm curious to see how this one does in that sense. I have high hopes, and I do hope that it will do well in sustaining me through that time, because this tastes good. If this guy, coconut, whatever you pronounce that as, tastes equally as good, I have high hopes for the other products that they have, and I might be doing this more often. The only thing that makes me leery of choosing this one as like my product over the Huel Black Edition is the cost. Huel Black Edition, as I mentioned, is $2.50 a meal. This one's $4 a meal. That is a heck of a jump up in price. But the other nice thing is, along with testing how this sustains me over the between the lunch hour and dinner, I'll also be able to kind of tell if their other like claims of antioxidants and all that stuff actually affect how I feel as well, because I've got 2 bags of this. I'm going to be going through this for a while, so I'll really be able to judge if it actually affects me more deeply than just some meal replacement. So those are my final thoughts. Tastes good, costs a lot. With water, this tastes good. I imagine with milk, it would be much, much better even. Yeah, I will be doing this. If it's exceptionally good or exceptionally bad, I'm sure you'll hear about it in another video. But for now, that is all I've got. Kachava, big brand, but so far, pretty good first impression for me. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video.